Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, widely respected for her straight talking and tireless commitment to duty, has stirred headlines with a surprisingly frank interview that's got Buckingham Palace buzzing.
Not least of all because the monarchy is about continuity. Okay, we have to shift the way we support. My role, I have a role as Colonel of the Blues and Rolls in the Household Cavalry Regiment as Goldstick. And Goldstick was the original close protection officer, so that is a role.
Known for her blunt wit and rock-solid dedication, she opened up about a future that's not only approaching fast, but also reshaping everything, the coronation of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, as King and Queen. But it wasn't the subject that stunned everyone. It was the timing. Anne revealed that King Charles III is already stepping back, creating space for his son and daughter-in-law to move into the spotlight. Why now? What does this mean for the monarchy? Stay with us as we explore this historic moment, and be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. The idea that Charles, now 76, would scale down his royal duties isn't surprising. Since his 2024 cancer diagnosis, he's juggled public duties with private recovery, leaning more on senior royals like Anne, William and Catherine. But Anne's fictionalised conversation here paints more than just a health narrative. It suggests Charles is making a deliberate, strategic move to usher in a new royal era. Charles always saw himself as a transitional figure, Anne might say, her tone calm and confident. He's not hanging on to the crown, he's shaping it, handing it over smartly and responsibly. She would be clear, this isn't abdication. It's a measured, modern handoff. For royal watchers, it feels both massive and intimate, like watching a father proudly pass the baton. When you hear the word coronation, you think of golden coaches and Westminster Abbey. But Anne's words suggest William and Catherine's big day isn't in some far-off future. It's quietly unfolding now. They're not waiting for the crown to drop on their heads, she might joke. William has long stood beside Charles, and Catherine has carved her own path. The handover is already in motion. That slow transition explains why Charles has stepped back. William is assuming key roles, from leading D-Day tributes in France to speaking at global summits and championing causes like mental health. Catherine has re-emerged post-cancer, glowing at events like Trooping the Colour and comforting communities after tragedies. These aren't just duties, they're rehearsals for reigning. Anne might observe how William's solid presence mirrors Charles in his early years, while Catherine channels Queen Elizabeth II's quiet strength. Together, they're a force. That's what makes it all work. Imagining the behind-the-scenes of a coronation, secret meetings, royal fittings and shared glances, brings excitement and gravity. Charles's step back isn't weakness, it's wisdom. In our hypothetical conversation, Anne portrays a king who spent decades preparing and now sees the value in letting go. He's still king, she'd clarify, but he's giving William and Catherine the room to lead. This change reflects Charles's understanding that the monarchy must evolve. Since becoming king in 2022, he's faced health challenges, streamlined the royal family, and modernised traditions, from investigating colonial ties to promoting sustainability through Poundbury. By easing out, he ensures the institution doesn't stall. Anne, Charles's lifelong confidant, might recall a subtle moment. Charles smiling at William during a council meeting, as if to say, "You've got this." That quiet trust, never spoken, is what makes this shift powerful. It's not retreat, it's strategy. If Charles is the bridge, William and Catherine are the destination. In this imagined interview, Anne highlights their strengths. William's got duty in his bones, but he's bold, she might say. And Catherine? She has this rare gift. She makes everyone feel seen. Their coronation won't just be a pageant. It'll be a proclamation of a monarchy that's connected, energised, and ready. William's Earthshot Prize proves his global reach. Catherine's Shaping Us campaign reveals deep commitment to social change. They've reshaped royal engagements, trading formality for authenticity. Think William chatting with first responders, or Catherine kneeling beside a shy child. Anne might laugh, remembering William once said he'd rather be in a crowd than a boardroom. That's his strength. But their power isn't just public, it's personal. Behind palace doors, William and Catherine work as a team. Insiders speak of late-night planning sessions at Kensington Palace, juggling calendars, designing a future monarchy. Watch closely. A shared look during an event, a subtle hand on the back. They don't just support each other, they make each other better. This extends to their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, who are being raised to understand duty but live freely. From school drop-offs to family getaways, they're grounded. And George, the future king, is gently being groomed, absorbing wisdom from his father's experience. Anne might say they're teaching them to serve, but also to be themselves. That's the next-gen crown. William and Catherine envision a monarchy that listens. Their digital presence, Instagram updates, direct messages and virtual chats offers rare transparency. Their coronation might blend old traditions with modern flair. Live streams, public festivals, sustainable regalia. Anne would approve. They respect the crown, but they're building a new one. In this imagined world, Anne lifts the veil on a coordinated royal effort. It's not just Will and Kate she'd reveal, it's all of us. Edward, Sophie, even Beatrice and Eugenie. We're a team. This transition, it's shared. The monarchy's future rests on collective effort, forged from years of loyalty and love. Anne leads by example. At 74, she remains the monarchy's most active member, visiting hospitals, supporting horse charities, and stepping in during Charles and Catherine's health absences. She's the royal family's rock, an insider might say. Anne would brush it off with a shrug. But she's also a guide, quietly advising William over tea at Gatcombe. Just do the work, the rest falls in place. Edward and Sophie, once low-profile royals, are now key players, taking on global roles and mentoring younger family members. Sophie and Catherine particularly share a bond, trading ideas on how to engage Gen Z. Anne might laugh at a memory. Sophie teased William once for looking too serious during a speech. We all keep him on his toes. Even the younger royals are pitching in. Beatrice, now a mum of 2, works with children's charities. Eugenie advocates for environmental causes, aligned with Earthshot. They join strategy calls, offer input, and contribute meaningfully. They're not just part of the family, Anne might say, they're part of the mission. Beyond logistics, this family supports each other emotionally. Anne, who watched her mother bear the crown, might quietly reassure Catherine, "You don't have to be perfect. Just be present." These are the moments that bind them, moments that make the coronation feel more like a family triumph than a public performance. What does this all mean for the monarchy? In Anne's imagined sit-down, she paints a picture of change that feels both seismic and serene. A reset, not a rupture, a story of passing the flame with love. Continuity isn't standing still, she might say, it's growing. Together. The new reign will blend tradition with relevance. William and Catherine already lead like it's 2025, championing issues, connecting with people, and proving they're not figureheads, but changemakers. Charles's wisdom was knowing when to lead and when to let others shine. Internationally, this could restore faith in the monarchy. The couple's youth, digital savvy, and global appeal may help reconnect with Commonwealth nations considering independence. Imagine William at a summit in Ghana or Catherine FaceTiming students in New Zealand. The monarchy, humanised and hopeful. Still, challenges remain. Republican sentiment, generational scepticism, and debates on monarchy's role persist. But Anne, ever blunt, might say, you can't please everyone. But Will and Kate, they're relatable, and that matters. YouGov polls show a divide in support, but authenticity is their weapon. From talking mental health to parenting struggles, the couple's candour bridges the gap between palace and public. Their coronation might mix ancient grandeur with modern relevance, think eco-conscious robes and digital access. Their reign, together, could redefine monarchy's soft power. William's diplomacy and Catherine's resilience during her illness have already inspired admiration. They're poised to turn the monarchy into a unifying force. Anne would sum it up, it's not about popularity, it's about purpose, and they've got it. At its core, Anne's interview isn't about thrones or titles, it's about legacy, love, and courage. Charles stepping back, the couple rising, the family supporting. It mirrors our own lives, passing responsibility, embracing change, supporting those we believe in. Imagine Charles watching William lead a meeting, nodding with pride, or Catherine straightening George's tie before a big event. These moments transcend royalty, they're simply human. Anne knows this better than anyone, she's lived it. And her support for William and Catherine isn't obligation, it's belief. They're not just heirs, she might say, smiling. They're ready. And that's why this story resonates, because beneath the crowns and ceremony lies something universal: family, hope, and the future. What's your favourite part of this royal journey? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned. Next up, how Prince George is quietly preparing for his destiny. You won't want to miss it.